हूँ नवनी एंड आप मेरे साथ देख रहे हैं हेल्थ टॉक्स विद एक्सपर्ट्स। एंड आज का जो टॉपिक है एंड आज की जो एक्सपर्ट है, मैं दोनों से आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाऊंगी। आज का टॉपिक है मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन एंड आज की हमारी एक्सपर्ट है डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा। हाय डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा, हाउ आर यू?
I'm good, Naomi. Thank you so much. And thank you for welcoming me into this show.
You're welcome. So, यहाँ पे जैसे कि मैंने टॉपिक को इंट्रोड्यूस कर लिया है मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन। कहने में ये सिर्फ 2 वर्ड्स है, लेकिन इनका मीनिंग बहुत बड़ा है और इसीलिए आज डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा से हम कुछ ऐसे सवाल पूछेंगे जो मेरे भी मन में हैं एंड शायद आप सबके भी मन में होंगे। तो उन सभी सवालों के जवाब आज हम हमारी हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा से लेने वाले हैं। सो डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा, सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन एक बहुत ही स्ट्रेट एंड बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, व्हिच इज what is menstrual hygiene?
Yeah, so first of all, I want to acknowledge you, Naomi, for taking this topic because I think it is the need of the hour. So, menstrual hygiene and menstrual health comes under the same arena of topics where menstrual hygiene management is something that covers right from what are the materials that a girl or a woman can use for collecting her menstrual blood.
Right.
And to this area to see where if there is access to privacy where she can change her menstrual pads or tampons or cup etc whenever she wants as and when it is needed. And the third part menstrual hygiene management can cover is disposal of those pads in a proper way where that also should happen hygienically and with proper sanitation methods covered. And the fourth thing that covers is if there is access to proper sanitation and proper water for the woman who is in her menstrual cycle. So these are the 4 things that are covered under menstrual health and hygiene management. So these regulations are actually passed by UNICEF. Yeah.
So yes, मतलब आपसे बात करके या आपकी बात सुन के I can definitely say that menstrual hygiene is something जो हम सभी के लिए important है। ये basic है, but it is something which is needed. So now let us start with the questions, the main questions of the show. तो सबसे पहला question मेरा regarding है teenage girls के। We know अगर हम टीनेज की बात करते हैं, द एज स्पेशली 13, 12, इनफैक्ट अब तो और जल्दी हो गया है 10, 11, दिस इज द एज जिसमें हमें पहली बार हमारे पीरियड्स होते हैं। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू नो कि इस टाइम पर एक लड़की को वो कौन सी चीजें हैं जिनका ध्यान रखना है ताकि उसकी जो मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन है वो मेंटेन रहे, बिकॉज इट इज द स्टार्टिंग फेज, द इनिशियल फेज। तो व्हाट आर दोस पॉइंट्स?
Yeah, so when a woman is in the onset, when a girl is in the onset of menstruation, that we call menarche, it usually happens between, these days after 10, between 15 years or any time around that.
Yes.
So one thing that I would really like to say as a doctor to the mothers and sisters of, mothers and sisters having young women in the family, like a teenager in the family, is to educate them about what a puberty is. So there will be some changes that they are going through. There might be growth of some pubic hair. There might be some growth of, breasts or any other, some changes even in their behavior. So first thing that I would advise is to talk about this to them. So it is a taboo until we all combinedly say that it is a taboo. But unless we open and talk about it, then that barrier is gone. So talking about it really helps. So as you talk, so अभी मैं क्या बताऊं? That might be a question. तो वैसे ही आप बात कर सकते हैं कि menstruation क्या होता है. जैसे first time when a girl might see blood while she is urinating, she might really get scared. And she might also go through a number of physical and emotional changes that she might be able to explain or she might not be able to explain. At least हम सुन तो सकते हैं. And maybe we can open a gateway कि हाँ जो भी है you can come and tell it. And not only mothers and sisters, also teachers of school children. They also play a very good role, and of course we are their doctors. If we are all a call away these days, you know, so anybody can get in touch with us. But पहले घर पे ऐसे एक माहौल बनाना उनके लिए वो बहुत जरूरी है. अगर हम ये देखा जाए कि अगर एक लड़की है who is undergoing menstruation or who is just in the onset of menarche, उनको क्या क्या करना है. First thing is that so she might get a lot of advices from everybody around her कि तो कोई बोलते हैं कि menstrual pad use कर लो, कोई बोलते हैं कि tampon use कर लो, कोई बोलते हैं कि you know सिर्फ cloth use कर लो, cotton cloth. So one thing is that she can use anything that can collect her menstrual blood effectively, hold it for a significant amount of time, and also she should be comfortable with it. That is the first and the best point. You know, पहले हमारे लिए वो comfortable होना है, कुछ भी use कर. So and you know, while using it, even before using the pad or even after removal of a pad, washing that pubic area, washing genital area, that is very essential. So इसमें भी बहुत सारे questions आते हैं कि कैसे wash करें. अभी मैं soap use कर लूँ या mild shampoo use कर लूँ या कुछ washes आता है market में वो use कर लूँ. So best thing is to use mild warm water. There is nothing like mild warm water. अगर वहाँ पे कुछ infection हो, allergy हो, it will take care of that. But market में जो washes आ रहे हैं, you can you know, do a test wash आप कर सकते हो before your periods, and अगर आपको कुछ allergy नहीं हो रहा हो, then you can even use it during your periods. So that is one method. One thing that I would really suggest not doing is using a highly fragrant soap or a highly fragrant shampoo or a highly fragrant any chemical, washing chemical for that matter, in the genital or pubic area, because you know, maybe women know about it, but for the young girls जिनको ये लगता है कि अभी ब्लड का स्मेल आ रहा है और सम डिफरेंट स्मेल इज कमिंग फ्रॉम माय बॉडी एंड मुझे क्लीन रखना पड़ेगा, एंड दे यूज अ लॉट ऑफ फ्रेग्रेंट सब्सटेंसेस. तो इसमें क्या होता है, फ्रेग्रेंट सब्सटेंसेस जितने भी हम यूज कर रहे हैं उनका पीएच थोड़ा हाई होता है. That high pH is not conducive for your pubic part or your genital part. So it always, you know, give rise to some type of allergy. वहाँ का skin में rashes होना, skin peel off हो जाना, skin pigmented हो जाना, कुछ black color का, red color का, allergies हो जाना, ये सब होता है. Also, so why I brought this point is कईयों को लगता है कि ये क्या मतलब, ये तो बहुत सिंपल चीजें हैं, सबको पता है. बट मैं भी ऐसे सोचती थी तब तक. I had a patient who complained of allergy and everything in her genital region, and when we really probed into the case, I got to know that she was using deodorant for a long time in her genital area just to keep off the smell. So you know, maybe she could have gotten that awareness, or if someone was there to tell her all this stuff, you know, she wouldn't have gone through a lot of things. So it is very important to take care of all this. And also about और क्या कर सकते हैं जो teenage girls और लड़कियां, उनको जब क्रैम्प्स होता है और जैसे छोटे छोटे यू नो प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं पीरियड्स में, डाइजेशन खराब होना, तो उसके लिए दे कैन यूज सिंपल हर्ब्स एट होम. जो किचन हर्ब्स है जैसे कि फेनुग्रीक इज अ हर्ब, अजवाइन है, जीरा है, ऑल दीज दे कैन च्यू, एंड you know, this also helps in sort of cleansing their uterus. So especially cumin seeds जो जीरा हम बोलते हैं, it really cleanses the uterus. ताकि so कईयों को ये भी प्रॉब्लम होता है कि clots आ रहा है. So if you take जीरा पानी के साथ और ऐसे ही जीरा खा लिया आधा चम्मच एक चम्मच, तो clots uterus के अंदर it wouldn't stay, it will come out as, you know, it will slough and come out. So जैसे क्लॉट देख लिया, देन ऐसे आ गया कि मुझे कुछ हो रहा है. So at least to keep themselves away from all these, you know, छोटे चीजें, I think all these small things are very useful. And also about disposal of pads, especially for teenage girls जो बाहर जाते हैं, school जाते हैं, and also maybe they might go out even for a you know, group study or maybe some exhibition. So they you know, they are the ones who has to use a public toilet or a washroom that a lot more ladies use. So एक चीज ध्यान रखना चाहिए हम सबको कि अगर एक वॉशरूम बहुत क्लीन साफ दिख रहा है तो इसका मतलब नहीं है कि वहां पे कोई इन्फेक्शन नहीं आ सकता, और इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ये इट इज लाइक 100% क्लीन एज इफ इट्स शोन इन द एडवर्टाइजमेंट कि कोई जर्म्स नहीं है. It's not that. So in any washroom, anywhere there is a you know, visarjana kriya, that is whenever there is defecation, urination, so automatically germs will grow out of that only. So it is always better that you flush your toilet first before you use it, even during a menstrual period. And also you know, there are a lot of sanitizers that come. So sanitizer मतलब सैनिटाइजेशन का स्प्रेज आते हैं आजकल, टॉयलेट को पहले साफ करो फिर उसके बाद यूज करो. So all these things will really prevent infection. Now also talking about sanitizer, वो जो हम डेली क्लीन कर रहे हैं सैनिटाइजर हाथ को, वो सैनिटाइजर कभी प्यूबिक एरिया और जेनिटल एरिया में नहीं लगा. That also has, so 70% alcohol is too much for you know, the pH is too high for a genital area. So these are some steps to start with. I think you will have more questions. I'm open to answer.
No, definitely. It was really enlightening क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो ये एज होती है हमारी टीन एज जिसे हम कहते हैं, दिस इज द एज जो बहुत ही क्रूशियल होती है इन ऑल द सेंसेस, एंड मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन इज समथिंग जो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड इसीलिए मैंने ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था, एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द आंसर. ओके, तो अभी आपने जब मुझसे आप बात कर रहे थे जब आप इस टॉपिक पे, तो एक चीज का जिक्र आपने किया कि जिन्हें पीरियड कभी अभी हुए हैं या जिन्हें होने वाले हैं उनके लिए घर का माहौल कैसा है ये बहुत मैटर करता है. तो मेरा जो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है वो इसी से रिलेटेड है, दैट हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज, मतलब अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, आई जस्ट वांट टू नो इट फ्रॉम यू कि कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है इस एजुकेशन का होना, मेंस्ट्रुअल एजुकेशन का होना हमारी लाइफ में, हमारे स्कूल्स में, हमारे घर में, एंड ना सिर्फ मम्मा या सिस्टर, हमारी मम्मा या सिस्टर है जो हमें समझाती है, इनमें हमारे मेल काउंटर पार्ट्स, अगर हमारे घर पे हमारा बड़ा भाई है उसका क्या रोल है, हमारे पापा का क्या रोल है उस लड़की के लिए जो 9 साल की है या जो 8 साल की है जिसे नहीं पता पीरियड्स क्या है, उसे कल भी हो सकते हैं, उसे अगले साल भी हो सकते हैं, उसने कहीं पे सुन लिया है क्योंकि टीवी पे इतने सारे एड्स चलते हैं. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज टू एजुकेट देम, और इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट?
So it is very important. चाहिए एक भाई हो, एक लड़की के साथ भैया हो, और father or anybody in the family, even if it's a male member for that matter, because you know all these things are very emotional and it could affect a girl emotionally. So हम बोलते हैं कि इसको छुप छुप के बात करना है और पैड को छुपाना है ये सब, but you know, a girl might go to her school with her elder brother or a younger brother, or you know, or a father might have to drop a girl child in her school and she might be bleeding and maybe she does not know about it, maybe that could be stain in her clothes. So you know, एकदम वो embarrass लगाना, I'm not saying that वो feelings गलत है, but you know, I think a girl might be interested to talk about it to her father, or you know, the first reaction that I think, what I have seen, I'm not generalizing here, जो मैंने देखा, men just shy away from this topic. अगर एक cupboard में एक pad भी हो, वहाँ पे वो नहीं जाते हैं और नहीं उसको नहीं छूते हैं, मतलब लेना देना कुछ भी नहीं है. तो rather than having that outlook towards menstrual issues, what men can do, I mean, what I in my suggestion, maybe what they can do is at least सुनने का तो बनता है. अगर maybe Namni, you have something to tell me and I don't know what to do about it, but at least मैं सुन तो सकती हूँ, at least I can give you that impression that I really heard you. I got your concern.
I think
And I don't know what to do. So maybe I can, maybe the father or the brother can tell the daughter, ki, okay, now maybe we can ask your mom ki kya karna chahiye. Maybe your mom also went through all this in her life, relating the child's problem to something that, we have also gone through all this. That really keeps the child connected to a parent. Rather than saying that, हमारे ज़माने में ये होता था, rather than saying that, I really get your problem because, I was also someone who went through all this. So I think that could really help. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So now let's move forward. तो ये तो था teenage girls के लिए या जिन्हें होने वाले हैं periods उनके लिए कितना important है. And now something regarding the married ladies, especially the newly married ones, कि जिनकी अभी शादी हुई है, 1 साल हुआ है या कुछ साल हुए हैं या अभी डिलीवरी होने वाली है या हुई है. So इन सब के लिए menstrual hygiene में के जो tips है वो कुछ अलग है, same है या कुछ ऐसा है कि जिनमें उनको ज़्यादा ध्यान रखना है?
So a newly married or whoever after marriage, so one thing that they regularly undergoes contact, so genital contact with their partner, तो consistently or over a period of time होता है. So whenever there is a contact, if there is an infection for one person, वो easily spread हो जाता है for the second person also. And that is how a lot of herpes and a lot of viral infections have spread from person to person, and it is all over. So one thing that a woman after she got married that she can really take care is keeping her pubic area clean, keeping her genital area clean. The same thing that I already said for a young child, but what is the difference is that they are more prone to infections because the vaginal canal or the birth canal could be more wider, more open than a teenage girl. And if even after childbirth, if you see, it's even more open, and the elasticity of the vaginal muscles really enlarges. So uss time when the cervix is directly open to the vaginal muscles are actually elastic in nature, so maximum it will try, body ka wo mechanism hai ki it will not allow an infection or a foreign body to go under your body. But फिर भी बहुत सारे urinary tract infections and reproductive tract infections ज़्यादातर जब आप देखोगे तो only for married and after marriage ही हो रहा है, after childbirth ज़्यादा हो रहा है. And there are women who regularly complain about urinary tract infection, जैसे कि मुझे menstrual cycle के 5 दिन के बाद हमेशा होता है, और menstrual cycle जैसे खत्म हो जाता है urinary tract infection शुरू हो जाता है. So these are some complaints that a lot of women talk about, shy from talking about, but it always यूरिनरी ट्रैक्ट इन्फेक्शन अगर हो गया तो ये ऐसा एक चीज नहीं है कि दिन में एक बार दर्द हो रहा हो और दिन में एक बार तकलीफ हो रहा हो. इट even when you sit, even when you get up, walk, urinate, every time it causes a constant tingling, pain, and pinching sensation and everything. And also cleaning is something that is very important, I was telling. So कैसे clean करें, that is another concern that a lot of people might have. तो कैसे clean करें, हमेशा ऐसे clean करना है front to back. तो हमारा anal opening और vaginal opening का कभी direct contact नहीं होना चाहिए. तो क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? एनल ओपनिंग इज अ पार्ट ऑफ म्यूकोसा जहां पे देयर इज अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ बैक्टीरिया, एंड जस्ट बिकॉज वी आर डेफिकेटिंग वहां पे बहुत सारे कॉलोनीज ऑफ बैक्टीरिया हो सकता है एंड होता है. दिस इज वेरी कॉमन फॉर एवरीवन. सो जब हम एनल एरिया को वॉश करते हैं एंड उसके बाद यू मूव टू द वेजाइनल एरिया, द पीएच ऑफ वेजाइना एंड द बैक्टीरिया इन द वेजाइना will not be able to tolerate the foreign bacteria that has come. So that suddenly give rise to infection. So it is always ये चीज हमेशा ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि V to A बोलते हैं हम, like to keep it in your mind. So that is vaginal to anus, front to back, always wash karna ho, wipe karna ho, everything front to back. Another thing is, cleaning private parts after every urination. That really works, and not keeping it damp. A damp area always give rise to a lot of bacteria, a lot of fungi, a lot of yeast. So a lot of women have candida infections, a lot of women have E. coli infections, that is from their own anal region. So all these things can be really prevented. And also they talking about married women, at least abstinence, that is refraining themselves from having a sexual intercourse during the menstruation, really helps if you are a woman who get recurrent urinary tract or reproductive tract infections. So इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मतलब मुझे मतलब can you have sexual intercourse or can you not have. It is not the question about that. It is about, are you suffering from something like a urinary tract infection or a reproductive tract infection, especially after your menstrual cycle. Then this is something that you can really keep in mind. So before this talk I was going through some data so that I also have something to really tell our audience. So when I was going through, I came through an article, which was a research article conducted by the Medical Institute in Pune, that says that about 92% of women who did not practice sexual intercourse during menstruation did not suffer from reproductive tract infections and urinary tract infections. So the rest 8% of them, they had more incidents. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको मतलब 100% हुआ ही हुआ, ऐसा नहीं है, उनको ज़्यादा chances था कि उनको ये infection आ गया. So that could be something, research data is something that we can always learn and adopt into our life. So I think it's really helpful.
So my next question is something related to it, because you mentioned it ki, it is not a question about having intercourse during the periods. So yes, this is my next question. So according to you, is it safe or not to have intercourse during our periods?
So, let me tell you about, so it is not about me or you now. It is what the medical science says, or myself as an Ayurvedic physician, I would always go by what Ayurveda says because it never fails. So, if you see any ancient text, be it Siddha system, Ayurveda system, or Unani system, what the traditional medical system says is a woman who is menstruating, she is called a Ritumati in Sanskrit literature. So she should be, she should even refrain from taking long showers, that is bathing for a long time, not to exert herself. And not to do a lot of household work, because उस दिन तो मिक्सी और ग्राइंडर नहीं थे, तो हाउसवर्क तो बहुत भारी पड़ता था. तो she has to refrain herself from even doing all those work. And उसमें एक clause बहुत first line itself mentioned है कि you should sleep away from your partner, which eventually goes to the fact that refrain yourself from having sex during your menstruation. So हम उस जमाने में अभी नहीं है. So this is what the text says. So अगर if you want to see what is happening practically these days, we are not in those times where woman whenever a woman had sexual intercourse, she conceived. That was the time, because of the lack of contraceptive, because of the lack of contraceptive practices, because of the lack of knowledge about what are the safe days for ovulation, unsafe days. ये सब नहीं था उस दिन. जैसे आज you have a calendar app, you can track your menstrual cycle, you can track your ovulation, you can track when did you have a light period, dark period, spotting, pain, everything. So that was not the time. I'm talking about maybe 2,500 years ago. That was not the time. So, since it was very clear that woman in her menstruation cannot conceive. So, So that could be one thing why Ayurveda Acharya mentioned not to indulge with your partner during menstruation, or maybe it could be a hygienic reason. So I think always these two reasons go hand in hand. Even today, even when you have a lot of contraceptives, now how many people are really using contraceptives effectively, that is another real topic. But even in spite of all this, why there are a lot of infections? Maybe because of physical contact, maybe because of not washing the private area properly, maybe because of lack of awareness of information ki kaise karna hai, kya karna chahiye, kya nahi karna chahiye. So according to me, we don't have to compare कि उन्होंने क्या किया है हम क्या कर रहे हैं. So अगर ऐसे compare करना मतलब शुरू कर दिया तो फिर बहुत सारे हैं, जैसे कि आजकल we are really gifted of this sanitary napkins, tampons, menstrual cups and organic methods to use during your menstruation. But there were times when people used coconut husk to collect their menstrual blood. There were times when people just used rags or pulp of the trees, or when they used ashes or even sawdust particles so that they could collect blood. So we have always learned from our history. We have seen what is happening, and we have developed into a civilized and more urbanized version of whatever is possible these days. So I think that is a great development and good thing for all of us to adopt. Even now, if you see in some villages of our country, there are women who use cotton cloths, and they don't even have the liberty of putting that cotton cloth in the sun, so that at least the sun can disinfect it. So even that doesn't happen. There are women who reuse the cotton cloth with the same dampness, with the same smell and the texture. So why this discussion should really come about menstrual health and hygiene is that ये बात उनसे पहुंचे, and everyone comes out of whatever they are doing.
Right. It is very important actually. So my last question is a very generic question. It is for everyone basically. So according to you, if there are any do's and don'ts for the overall menstrual hygiene, matlab for everyone, so if you can tell them.
Yeah, so simple hai. So first thing is that wash your private area before you.
Basically, the on the go tips कि ये करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए.
Yeah. So, to start with, wash your private part before using a pad and after using a pad. So, how to wash it? Simple, lukewarm water is the best. Or if you are not allergic to any, washes that are available in the market, fine, perfect, you can go with that. Now, don't reuse a pad again and again. And also that if a pad is soaked within 4 to 5 hours, please keep changing it. Ideally, you can use 3 to 4 pads in 24 hours. That is a hygienic good practice that everybody can follow. And for someone who use a tampon or a menstrual cup, tampon, I think women in their late 20s or early 30s start using a tampon. It's always better that you check the absorbent quality of your tampon, because sometimes you might have a light period and use a heavily absorbing tampon in which gradually makes your vagina dry. So it also affects the pH of your vagina. So that is something that you can really keep on. The next thing is that if you're someone who uses a menstrual cup, so it is very essential to sterilize your menstrual cup both before your period and after your period. So उसको कैसे sterilize करें? जैसे गर्म पानी चाहिए तो कुछ डेटॉल डाल दो, कुछ disinfectant solution डाल दो, betadine डाल दो, and disinfect it. And always use so whenever you throw the menstrual blood from the cup into the pot, make sure that there is no residue in the cup. So residual blood always causes infection. सो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो कप साफ है पूरी तरीके से, एंड ऑल्सो दैट यू क्लीन इट बिफोर यूजिंग इट अगेन, एंड वंस योर मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल इज ओवर ऑलवेज स्टेरिलाइज इट. गुड practice to follow. Another thing is where to throw your menstrual pad. I think this is disheartening to see menstrual pads roaming around on the streets, maybe picked by animals, because it always has the smell of the blood, attracts animals, crows and other insects maybe. So menstrual pad ko एक न्यूज़पेपर में रैप करके properly putting into the dustbin and it directly taking out of the home, that is the best method that you can follow. No need to, I have heard of some cases personally where they burn the menstrual pads in the bathroom, which is not at all required. It might contain plastic, you are again inhaling that and causing problems for yourself. There are people who bury the menstrual pad, dig a hole on the earth and bury it, which is also not a good practice to follow. So there are bodies or organization who collect the pads and who know how to recycle it. Let them do it. We don't have to. Our responsibility is to wrap it and throw it properly so that कुछ crow ना छुए उसको या कुछ stray dogs ना छुए, all those things. Another common practice that I've heard of and gotten complaints of and seen and all is women throwing menstrual pads into toilets, directly into toilets.
Yeah.
So in public toilets or even in your home toilets, it is not at all, like it is not acceptable. So it only clogs and everything comes out and it becomes again chaos for it. So I think it is a highly responsible duty of a woman who is undergoing menstruation to do this. There should not be a time where someone has to be really behind a woman to do all this. I think it should come out of responsibility. And also there is one easy practice that Ayurveda also advocates, that सबके घर पे होगा त्रिफला चूर्ण करके एक बहुत simple and बहुत effective दवाई है. So त्रिफला चूर्ण can be taken about 1 or 2 teaspoon उसके गुनगुना पानी में या हल्का सा गर्म पानी में मिलाकर उससे वॉश कर सकते हैं बिफोर आफ्टर अ शावर और बिफोर चेंजिंग अ पैड, एटलीस्ट वंस और ट्वाइस अ डे. दैट इज मोर देन एनफ. तो इससे क्या होगा, इससे जितने भी इन्फेक्शंस है यूरिनरी ट्रैक्ट का, जितने भी रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट का इन्फेक्शन है वो प्रिवेंट होएगा. सो Triphala is an effective anti-allergic, viral, fungal, bacterial. So it has a lot of antimicrobial properties. So that is something that you can use. And अगर आपको ये भी है कि वहाँ पे हल्का सा rashes होने शुरू हो गया है कि ये starting है तो मुझे ये पता नहीं कि मैं क्या करूँ, so आप coconut oil लगा सकते हो. Coconut oil also helps a lot of dryness, itchiness and allergy. So the third thing is that त्रिफला का ही एक पानी में मिलाकर पेस्ट करके you can apply on the area अगर कुछ rashes हो गया हो. Trimming the pubic hair is very important. So trimming the pubic hair itself reduces some sweat collection in that area, and it really helps. It is very important for the sanitation and hygiene practices. So I think this is it. If at all there's anything, Naomi, or maybe if someone has a question, we can take it from the comments. Yeah.
Can we use those intimate washes? Is it safe to use those intimate washes? Can we use them?
Yeah, so intimate washes का यही है कि use कर सकते हैं. Most of the intimate washes match the pH of the vagina or the genital region. But the thing is, it is हमेशा हमें ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि देखो हमारे health के लिए हम ही responsible हैं. अगर कुछ हो गया तो डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, एक्सपर्ट के पास जाओ, भगवान के पास जाओ, दैट इज ऑल सेकेंडरी. बट to have some safe practice, to be always precautious, I would say कि एक टेस्ट, एलर्जी टेस्ट आप पहले ही कर लीजिए when you're not menstruating, so that एक chaos को अवॉइड करने के लिए कि एक तो ऑलरेडी मेंस्ट्रुएटिंग है एंड उसके ऊपर कुछ एलर्जी और रैशेस भी हो गया बिकॉज ऑफ some intimate washes, it would be a problem for you. But most of the women tolerate almost all intimate washes that are sold in the market, so it shouldn't be a problem. But always better be safe than to have a problem in the future. And also I wanted to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, I wanted to tell about the candid powder that a lot of women are using.
Yeah.
So a lot of ping us and ask us question, is using candid powder okay? So candid powder is something that works against fungal infection, yeast infection, that is okay. But using a talcum powder is something that is not okay. Again, talcum powder has a lot of fragrance in it, has a lot of chemicals. That is not something that would do. Using candid or a powder or a cream that is even given by your dermatologist or your gynecologist is perfectly safe to use.
And should we go for the waxing? Is it safe? Because it's a trend. People go for waxing, the bikini wax. So is it safe? Should we go for it or not? Or
So,
the trimming is fine?
हाँ, so the thing is, यहाँ पे भी एक चीज आता है, हमारे लिए क्या convenient है. So a lot of women even go through bikini wax so that they can feel hygienic, and वहाँ पे जितने भी sweat collection वो सब होता है वो really कम हो जाता है after you clean it very clearly. And because the regrowth of hair takes a long time, so a lot of women go for bikini wax. But something that we have to really take care is, अगर आपको कुछ sensitive skin है, आपको ऐसा कुछ skin है कि you cannot even tolerate waxing over your hands, then bikini waxing तो दूर की बात है. But कम से कम ये करना चाहिए कि वहाँ का hair growth बहुत ज़्यादा ना हो, ताकि वहाँ पे if the hair growth is more, even the menstrual blood clots वहाँ पे collect हो जाता है. So that is something in teenage girls especially, because nobody tells them how they should trim hair, or if they can use wheat over that area, if they should use something like Anne French kind of creams over that area, and if they could use a razor over that area. So all these things, I would simply say that using a trimmer, and for a teenage girl trim kar lo, it is regularly agar trim kar rahe hain, so it is fine. Please do not use any hair waxing, hair shaving creams like the Wheat or whatever brand that is available, because the skin in the genitals cannot take it. It always leads to a lot of infections. And if you talk to any gynecologist, they might have a lot of cases that they can tell about ki mere paas aise cases aaye the. So I think all this because of lack of awareness of all these things.
Thank you so much, Dr. Grishma. This was really, really, really a nice show because this is the topic actually I always wanted to talk about. कि मुझे menstrual hygiene के बारे में बात करनी है, but किसी हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट, किसी डॉक्टर के मुंह से जब हम ये सब बातें सुनते हैं ना, तो एक्चुअली में हमारे दिल में ये चीज एक कहते हैं तसल्ली हो जाती है कि यस, ये डॉक्टर ने कहा है तो डेफिनेटली ये सही है और मुझे मानना है. थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा दैट आपने मुझे टाइम दिया एंड हम ये शो कर सके. यहाँ पे हमारे सवालों के जो जवाब है वो डेफिनेटली हमें मिले हैं. नेक्स्ट संडे एक और हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट के साथ मैं आऊंगी, एक और नए टॉपिक पे मैं बात करूंगी. तब तक के लिए बाय एंड स्टे हेल्दी एंड थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर ग्रीष्मा. बाय.
Thank you so much, Naomi. Bye.